Hi, my name is Daniel Garces, and my topic about today is hybrid cars, the magic behind innovation. For this project, I had to do a research question, and I chose this one in particular because of my love on cars. And the question is, how do hybrid cars charge batteries on the motor without connecting them to a fuse? So many people think it's not a big deal because there are now Teslas and 100% electric cars and also hydrogen cars. But hybrid cars are very important because the electric cars like Tesla charge with an output, and hybrid cars charge by energy transfer, which is important to know because it is important to know that energy never ends; it just transfers. So let's go to the next slide. So, what you will need to know for this project, the key vocabulary. The first word is regenerative braking, and this is an energy recovery machine mechanism that slows down a moving vehicle or object by converting its kinetic energy into a form that can be either used immediately or stored until needed. So it's basically like you can see in the image that you're writing here. It's when the car is in deep acceleration and the brakes work energy the other way, the wheels is turning, and that actually creates energy, which then it's stored in the motor. So it's an important word to know. And also DC to DC converter, which is an electronic circuit or electromechanical device that converts a source of direct current from one voltage level to another. This is basically so the car doesn't explode. It's inside the electric motor, and it regulates voltage. So if it's a very high voltage that the car is producing, it regulates it, and if it's a very low voltage, it also regulates it. It's more like for precaution. Explanation on how hybrid batteries charge. So when the brakes of a car are trying to stop, the already running wheels friction is created between the brakes and the motion of the wheels. So it goes counterclockwise, like the wheels and the brakes, which create frictions, and that creates energy. And then by converting the friction of these two working in opposite forces, energy is created, and this friction converts to kinetic energy, which then goes to the DC-DC converter, and the DC-DC converter processes the energy, regulates the voltage, like I said before. And here on the left, you can see a kind of how a DC-DC converter looks like. It's not actually like this, but the left side, the input, let's say, in here was creating a lot of voltage, and the output needed to be less, so the DC-DC converter processes it and makes it for the battery to work as in best condition as possible. Visual aid number one. So how hybrid cars are recover energy. So in step one, you can see like the green is the energy on the wheels, and first the there are three ways. As hybrid car slows down, its motor recovered energy that's usually lost during braking. And second one, it's on the back wheels here. Energy has also been stored during regenerative braking. So hybrid cars have a battery on the back of them, which helps store energy to use it later when needed, when it's better for the car, when it's more efficient. And then three, the battery powers electric motor when the car speeds up again, reducing the need to use the engine. So the car, when it's on a red light, let's say it stops, it's easier for the electric motor to make it run again, so you do not use the fuel energy car motor. Sorry. Visual aid number two. So it is very important to understand how all this process happens, and you need to know what's inside the car. So we have an electric motor, a power split transmission, which I'll explain the image later, an electric generator, and the gasoline energy that it's uh, a motor we all know. A gasoline engine, it's what all hybrid non-hybrid cars use. And then first, as you can see here, the force first starts from the engine, from the fuel energy. We use gas in here. Then it goes through it powers the wheels, so the car starts running. Then it goes to the generator. Then after the generator, the generator powers the wheels. Then the wheels create go through regenerative braking and go through downhills, and they charge of energy, and then they go through the motor, then to the battery to store the energy. And it's basically all that happens. So it goes through the engine, then to the wheels create friction, the friction creates energy which go to the motor, and in the electric motor there is the DC-DC converter which regulates voltage, and after that it transmits to the battery, which is stored to use it when it becomes more efficient. So in conclusion, to answer my question, how do hybrid cars charge the batteries of the motor without connecting them to a fuse? This happens through mostly regenerative braking, which I have already explained before, the friction of the wheels and the brakes, and uh, we use them when most needed. At less than 15 miles per hour, it usually activates. And then we need to remember that a hybrid car is constantly switching the input energy, and it's capable of reaching efficiency with low cost and less pollution than regular cars. Thank you.